Level Up Podcast. Yeah.
What it do? It's OG, and this is the Level Up Podcast.
Yes. That's it,
Hey,
man.
We finally doing this,
Man,
bro.
history in the making, y'all. It's going down. Man, I'm excited. You see this? All of this? Oh my God. See, I'm sorry. I'm just.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
And that's the reason to be excited, because what's been a year or so?
Yeah.
Since we talked about it?
Yeah, and we finally doing it.
Yeah.
We finally doing it in the room, man.
Yeah, for sure. And go easy on us, because we're not professionals. We're just two dudes vibing,
Oh yeah, that's it.
talking about games, stuff
it.
like that.
Yeah, just doing the do.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's about it. So,
yeah. So I guess we should kind of maybe talk about ourselves a little bit.
Man, you got an ego like
You
that,
go
man?
first.
No,
You're
you got
cool-
that
you're
ego,
cool-
son.
Bro, you cooler than me, bro.
Yeah, you got no, man.
Okay, let me give
it.
me an intro though. Okay, so if you're in the North Texas area, you probably already know who this guy is.
Hey, I am DJ MF Maniac, aka that Afro guy, aka Maniac Mcgee. See, I already stumbled, aka Black Yoshi's son. That's how we do it. We're going down. And if you're in the same area, man, you know his photos, man. This is my boy over here, man. What's your name, man?
I am known in the gaming community as OG,
Oh, snap.
but in the real world, I'm just Caleb Villa and content creator. And yeah, we're creating content. That's what we do.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We're making it rain with content.
Yeah,
man.
something like that. Okay, so where are we right now? Well, I forgot to mention where we're recording from. We're in the mansion.
Yeah, man. We in Maniac's mansion in the underground. Yeah, we right under Maniac's mansion. We're literally in the vault, man.
So tell me about Maniac's mansion. Like, what is it?
Yo, man, Maniac's mansion is just a arcade cereal bar, toy museum, modern art, bed and bistro on the water. That's what that is. You come in, you have fun, you pay me, and you leave. That's it. You just get out of your emotions outside and come in, and then just love, man. That's it, man. And that's all it is, man. We're just trying to sing out some love, and that's it.
For sure.
Selling that nostalgia, son.
Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with that. And I would say that Maniacs is like one of the hottest spots here in this North Texas area.
Yeah, one of them, man.
Definitely,
We'll
yeah.
get to that.
We'll get to that in a minute.
I saw what you did with that.
You see what I'm doing?
That's cool.
Well, yeah, definitely a really cool spot, and we are coming live from the mansion. Let's go ahead and get to our first guest. So, who are you? Who are you?
I'm Jason. I'm co-owner of the Deep End and lifetime Wichita Falls resident.
That's beautiful.
Thank
I can feel the campaign vibes from here.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay. So let's start from square one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We talked a little bit about the mansion. How did the Deep End get started? And let's start. What is it first?
It's an arcade, bar, and music venue. We give a place to people who don't have a place to play. Like high school kids, they can't play in bars. They have to play at house parties and stuff like that. They have to worry about getting busted, and parents have to worry about them drinking and all that. So play at the Deep End. You don't have to worry about any of that. We don't let them drink, and they can play music all night and not have to worry about anything.
Right. So it's like more music heavy, but definitely an arcade too. Because that's why I tie you in, because like y'all two together are pretty big in the arcade video game scene basically here. A lot of history. Okay, so how did the Deep End get started? Like, I'm not sure what the history exactly is with you guys. So
Now, Mike and them started as a music venue, and then Marcus came in.
Yeah, I came in. I was still leery about it, but I saw the potential. So, like, whenever I used to go out to Deep End, because it was like a place where all of us could hang out, especially as a musician and a DJ. So I was kind of like, oh man, they was like almost, I think 10 deep in partners, I think something like that.
Something like that.
So yeah, in partnership, but it was just a great, awesome collective of peeps, but I just didn't have the time to do it. But when we first started, we was trying to figure out how we can keep it going. And they had the venue for music down pat, but it was something missing to keep people or to make people come during the week. So we kind of just cocked up some ideas and stuff like that. And one of the nights was an art night, and that was like on a Thursday night, if I remember. And then I kind of threw in, I was like, why don't we do like a game geek night and, get all these geeks in. And that was on Wednesday night, so we tried it on Wednesday. And, man, I pushed the heck out of that at that. Now, I mean, I was still working at, video game places and was telling people, hey, y'all guys got to come up to this new place. And that's when I started buying some arcades and going through there. And then one corner became a wall, and then one wall came 2 walls. And then my homeboy over here, Jay Hester over here, man, he was like, yo, what's up with the deep end? I was like, yo, man, if you get some arcades, man, we can make this happen. This boy got an arcade in a week, and it was Marvel vs. Capcom. I was like, dope, you on point.
So you were first, then Jason.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
So yeah. So and then we partner up, and we started getting these arcades like cupcakes, dog. We've been finding them and getting them, and then I work on them, and then we started to get them, and we start partner up. Man, it was good. It was good times, man. So yeah,
for sure. And then, does that sound pretty accurate, Jason?
Yeah, I had a dream, because I don't drink, but I go to the bar and hang out with my friends. I'm just like,
I thought you said dream, and I was like,
no, I
what?
did.
I was like, you don't dream? What kind?
I had a dream. I was like, wouldn't it be cool if there was a arcade bar, they could drink and I would have something to do other than just be like, okay, I'm just sitting here. I didn't see the appeal of a bar. So I went out and bought a Marvel vs. Capcom, and it didn't work. So I called Marcus because he's the only person I know that works on arcades. Yeah. He was like, oh, come put it at the deep end. Let's partner up. Let's get a bunch of games. I was like, deal. So sold that one, used that money, bought another game, sold that, bought 2 more games with that. Yeah. I sold my motorcycle and then bought a bunch of games. And then we just started flipping them and used that money flipping to buy more games. And more games brought in more people. And our Wednesday was our night, and then Saturday was their night. Mm-hmm. And the more people came in, the more money we made that we can put 100% towards arcades. And then our arcade just started coming real quick.
Yeah, yeah. And then I think our Wednesdays was actually killing
the
Saturdays or equal. It was like right on its butt. Like it was right after it. So, that's when like all of us as a collective was like, man, this can work or whatnot. Let's try this, and then that was like the year that everybody was trying to do bar arcades, especially in
2016.
Dallas.
Yep. Yeah. All the bar arcades popped up in 2016.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I remember at the time just looking out from the outside in, I was like, I didn't know what to think, y'all. Yeah. Like at the time, I thought it was cool. I just knew that, but I didn't know. So yeah, definitely it was. Now, like you said, they're everywhere. So for sure. Okay, so now, like, where did it happen? Where the idea came for you to kind of go off and do your own thing? Because I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, they're beefing, they're hardcore," and
the rivalry,
right? The rivalry, and at the end of the day, I mean, people will perpetuate whatever. And at the end of the day, people have their own reasons for doing things. He obviously has his own reasons.
Can you play Sarah McLachlan when I look into the camera?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's go with that. The arms of the little crying dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. So where did that come along? Like, what made you do that, and how did you go about doing that?
Well, really, whenever it came down to it, like we had a really good 3 years of doing this. And then we started to figure out like, hey, we want to go this direction. And honestly, man, it was like one direction I was kind of like, oh man, I'm not sure. Or it was the whole family aspect. And I was trying to put my input and stuff. And I almost felt like I wasn't being heard, but I was. But it just was like, oh man, we need to do this and this and this, And I was like, you know what? It's cool because we all together in it and stuff like this. But it just got to the point to where I was actually really, really busy, and I'll barely show up unless I'm coming to fix a game. I'm barely there. So they was succeeding without me, like already. So that's mad respect. I was just like, oh man, they doing really, really well. but I really want to kind of open something for myself, and try something a little bit new, something for the families. Just on real talk, like we go to the real nitty gritty. It was really more of the people that lived here in Wichita Falls, because it was more of, we're on the Bible Belt, man. And some people was just like, oh, Sean I don't want to go to a bar. I don't want my kids around there. And I was against that. I was like, dude, just come and just have a good time. That's what it's about. But it was just so hard for people to come to that play, to the deep end. And I'm just like, it hurt me a little bit. And I just, all right, cool. But I was like, I want to try to do something myself. And I've been going to a couple of meetings and stuff and kind of throwing out some ideas and stuff. And they wasn't ready at the time. And I just was like, man, maybe I could see if I can find something. And somebody threw a curveball at me from 8th Street. And I was like, why don't you come set up something small here? So I remember the meeting before I decided that I was like, okay, I'm going to get out. And I really didn't want to, because it's like leaving family. And I was just like, oh man, I don't want to leave family like this, but it's just something I've been wanting to do. So basically I was like, yo, hey, well, if we have another spot, like a second spot, hey, can I run it? And we can run the deep end, and then we have a family area for family, and then we still can run the deep end for as a bar, but it still go back and forth. They said they wasn't ready for it yet. And I was like, okay, cool. But I just saw the opportunity. So I was just like, oh man, I think I need to try to do this, and then maybe this is me stepping out as well. So I was just like, man, I don't want to do this. I hate confrontation of like, what you call it? How you say it? Like putting somebody down or something like that. Not that, but like, like, oh man, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't like that. I don't like disappointing people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll stop you there just because I'm curious.
Yes.
Because I seen Jason laughing about
It
some
wasn't
stuff.
nothing about that. It was, he said, I was like, no, he's not.
Oh my God.
Nitty gritty. Nitty gritty.
Okay. I thought he had like a serious. That's why we like Jason.
Bro, we're keeping it PG.
Yeah.
Then he said nitty gritty. I was like, okay.
Yeah. That's why we like Jason. That's why we like Jason.
But I mean, that's on my side of the fence, And I mean, I sit down for like 2 days writing down like what I exactly was going to say to him and how should I say it, and it's like, hey, I'm out, There's no disrespect, but I want to try to do this on my own to myself and stuff like that. And then, that was it. I went to the last meeting, and then, we did it all business wise. We kept it business, I sold most of my stuff to him, and then anything I wanted back, I basically got it back. And I started from scratch again, and then we just went from there. And then I have my style, they have their style. So that's on my side. Now I want to hear this. I want to hear your side of the story.
Well, no, you took 2 days to write it. You just did a dance. You said, I'm out. I'm like, it took you 2 days to write that. Like, what you think, Marcus? He did this thing, spun around. He's like, I'm out. I'm like, what the hell does that even mean?
I remember the point. Did I spin around?
You spun and you clapped your hands. You said, I'm out. I'm like, what does that even mean?
Oh man, I don't remember the spin. I remember the point. It was like, yeah,
so were you upset at first?
I was not upset, but hurt. It's like me and him,
Yeah.
because me and him were tagged, the arcade guys, and then there was the deep end guys. They were waist deep, and so we were two different companies. And then they asked us to, hey, just come in with us.
Yeah.
And so I was like, what do you think? And he said, yeah. So we built this entire thing, and then he did his dance, and it was like, I'm out. I'm like, bro, you leave me with these people?
Okay, so I'll say this too. I probably wouldn't even be as cool with both of y'all, because like regardless, both of them my homies. Like no matter what, like y'all both. I wouldn't be as cool with y'all if y'all wouldn't have broke up, because that tournament that you threw with the free burgers and stuff, that's my first tournament. That was my first time at the deep end, to be honest. I think I had been in maybe one other time, but I never like stayed. It was like for like a few seconds or something. But that was my first time, and I remember thinking like the same thing, like, man, these guys must hate each other or whatever. Because I remember that tournament was like
His opening day.
His opening day.
Yeah.
That's
It was like the Bulls and the Pistons, man.
right.
Like in the 90s.
And you know, I'm like that. I'm petty. So I would have done
Oh,
the
yeah.
same. I would have done the same thing.
You know, it's like, hey, it is what it is until it ain't. That's what I was like, hey.
Everybody's like, oh, y'all are doing this. Like, there were 100,000 people. And when he was over there, he probably made 50, 60 people in there.
Yeah.
And same with the deep end. You fit 100 people. There are 100,000 people just in Wichita Falls. Even if we took 1% of that 100,000 people, that's still 1,000 people. We couldn't fit in there. We couldn't fit 1% of 1% in both places. So it's like, we're not taking anybody from anybody. We literally can't fit 1% of 1%. We're just trying to get as many people as we can.
Yeah. I mean, we looking back now, I feel like it was one of the like, not the worst decisions, but like, I just was like, damn, man, like, what if, like if I would have stayed? And I mean, we probably would have rocked together. But I think it's good that we have it separate because there are different styles of people.
Totally different.
Yeah,
Totally
but
different.
it's still the same outcome. And then, like, I tell people to go to the deep end. He to come to Maniac's mansion, and we just go off of each other now, and it's been good. We did have that, like, man, why you say that on this? Or we been like, all right, cool, I see that post. All right, we're gonna let me do this. We did have that moment, but now, man, we're good. Like, it's the whole like Sonic and Knuckles kind of rivalry.
Hey,
now we're
for sure.
pounded.
People say, oh, y'all must hate each other. He's literally my neighbor. He lives like,
Dude, I didn't know
house
that.
in
He
between.
was just telling me that.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, that's
Right down the
hilarious.
street.
Like, I can imagine.
there's literally one house in between us.
I can imagine how like when you didn't know maybe like what was going on, you're like looking down the street or
Yeah.
something. That's just me. I could be speculating, but
we always drive by like Umbrella Academy, like he looking and I'm looking at him, like we just look at each other driving by. Oh man,
What's he
but it's
doing?
all good. Yeah,
for sure,
What you doing out there?
sure. Yeah, no, and again, like if y'all wouldn't have, we probably wouldn't even be having this conversation because like I grew relationships with both of y'all.
Because we'd be millionaires and we wouldn't talk to you.
Let's go with that one.
What's he doing? Took the dogs out and get him out of my mansion.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go with that one. Let's go with that one.
Release the hounds.
Okay, so the deep end. Let's talk a little more about that. So you're moving location. Can you give us a little bit of an update? I know people are always asking.
Yep. We're waiting. First, we're waiting on the city. City approved us. Now we're waiting on the plumbers to finish our bathroom, finish our kitchen because we're putting a full kitchen in there.
Nice.
People always bring in pizzas, and we're like, why don't we be the provider of those pizzas? Why don't we do this? And instead of them going to this place and getting the food, here it is. Everything you need. You need a party? Have it here. You need some food? Have it here. You need drinks? We have it here. Y'all want liquor? We have it here. Everything, and we're trying to keep it as cheap as possible. So it's $7 on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, $5 Wednesday, Thursday. Play all you want.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And again, I don't know if we were super clear with that, but both of these are arcades. And again, Jason's a little more toward the adult side. But again, he caters to everything, not just saying just adult, but he does offer alcohol. And whereas Marcus is more of a cereal bar, more family friendly. But again, I love having the option of both personally.
Yeah, people say that like, oh, it's not family friendly. A family is a husband and wife. A family is, brother and sister that are adults. So it is family friendly. Like when people say, oh, y'all sell liquor, like Chuck E. Cheese sells beer.
That's true. And I think
high
that's
beer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
$30.
Exactly, right? I think that's
movies.
something people forget.
Louise.
Yeah, like, oh, y'all sell beer? It's like Chuck E. Cheese sell beer. They sell more beer than us. Why don't y'all complain about them? People love complaining about small businesses, but never corporations. The movie has a full bar. Both movie theaters have a full bar. And nobody says, oh, I'm not taking my kids to the movies. We don't serve children. We don't let people get drunk.
And I'll say, though, I think that the change, like the move, will help that a little bit because, it looks like, You know, it's a nicer spot.
Oh,
I'm just gonna be straight up.
Oh boy, nobody hated that trailer more than me.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I think that may be shed a little bit, especially if the way y'all have it decorated in the windows, whatever, and it's in a good spot too. So I'm sure it'll be fun.
Yo, man, I saw the sneak peek, man. It looks
Dude, yeah, he was
great.
telling me.
Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good.
I'm trying to be like him.
Yeah, no, man. Hey, man.
Before we started, that's all he kept saying was, "Man, I always told Marcus he's good at decorating, man. I don't know how he does it.
He didn't have a wife and kids, I swear. You know,
Dude, I'm telling you, I feel like if I didn't have wife and kids, well, I'd still be with the deep end. I think that's true. In another multiverse, I'd be, with the deep end, man. We'd be rocking it.
I'd
together.
say if you didn't have wife and kids, you'd be married to the man because boy, you can decorate.
Yeah. So
I've never seen a straight man be able to decorate like that. Not there's anything wrong with that, but boy, his garage is my mecca. It's like I love going to his garage, just staring at stuff.
Man,
God, this is so cool.
I'm gonna have to take a look at that. I haven't seen that yet.
Oh boy, you should see it.
Okay,
action figures.
Okay, so Jason, how did you get into like video games in particular? Like, is there a certain game that you play now? Is there a game that you played as a kid?
As a kid, I played Mario. My mom got us an NES from Finger Hut. My mom used to play it so much. She had, you remember Finger Hut?
Dang, man,
she played it so much she would have dreams about Mario. She's like, Mario saved me. My dad's like, what are you talking about? She's like, I had a dream I was drowning in Mario saved me. I was like, so I was addicted. And then my cousin got an N64 and or a Super Nintendo and Mario Kart. And I was like, what is this? This is amazing. Yeah. Then I had the Sega Genesis and Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 2. Right. It blew my mind. And Sega, you remember the Sega channel?
Oh, yeah. Look it up.
That's how you know,
I didn't have that, but my friends did.
That's how you know he's a real one.
I'm poor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, for sure. What do you play now?
Call of Duty.
I'm about to say, I already know. I already know.
It's because, when we graduated college, all my friends, they went here and here and here. And the only way I get to hang out with them is on Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm. And the crossplay.
So, exactly. So my friends from the Air Force, my friends from college, and my friends who I don't get to see, we can all meet in a virtual place, and it just happens to be Call of Duty.
For sure.
If it's another game, then, it's another game. But just as long as I get to hang out with my friends, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about the current state, just briefly, of Warzone? Because it's kind of, a lot of people don't like it right now. What do you think? You still play it? Is that what you play?
I play it. I don't like it as much as the previous versions.
Exactly.
They got rid of the Godzilla King Kong mode. That was fun.
Yeah.
But I play for fun, and people they take it too serious. They put the hacks and the cheats. Why, bro? We're playing competitively for fun. Mm-hmm. Why?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't win anything.
Yeah.
Cool, man. You shot me. Cool.
Prestige. 13.
Yeah, you only can reach a certain level. After that, you're not moving anything. Yeah. What's the point?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what about you, Marcus? What got you into games?
Man,
because this all had to start somewhere,
Yeah. So man, R.I.P. to Dillard's, man. That's where I got my first system. My grandma gave me my first system from Dillard's.
I'm about to say, just to stop you for a second. That's where I first played. In those kiosks. The first time I played Sonic Adventure.
Jason or Sears. I played him at Sears.
Sears. That might have been it.
Sears. It probably was Sears. I remember Sears had.
They had a smallest game spot, but I always go there.
They had an N64 and they had Killer Instinct, and people at Bar Wise used to come there, and I couldn't be beat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Marcus.
But yeah, man, that's where I played Mario for the first time, man, on an old school boob TV, and it was dope. And my mom wasn't gonna get it, and my grandma was like, "Yo, you want that?" And I'm like, "Yes." And she picked it up that day, man. I hooked that thing up, man. That was the shiz nizzle bambizzle, man. But then, I just started to go up and start finding out more games. Mike Tyson Punch Out. Then Mega Man 2 was my stuff for the while, man. A cousin had it. Nobody else I felt like had this game but him. And I was like, "Hey, we got to go to my cousin's house, and I got to play this game in Mega Man 2." But what did it? Sega Genesis. That's the one that got me. When Sonic came out, man, that was I was a Sonic fan. And I think, man, Caleb could say that. That's the man. Sonic was on point, man. The graphics and everything that was dope. And then, my game, if I was stuck on an island and I had only one game to take with me, Streets of Rage 2. I can play that game for 12 hours.
That came with mine.
Yeah, and that game was the music, how you can play it. Then you can just up yourself with the difficulty. I don't know what they did to that game, and that game forever will be like one of my top tier favorite games ever. And but I was a Sega brat. I feel like, man, all the white kids had the Super Nintendo. They had to go spend the night over their house.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Like, straight up. Like, I thought I was the only one that thought that. Like,
I
felt the same way, bro. Like,
I never realized that, but yeah,
Bro,
all
for
our
real.
black friends had
Sega
for
Genesis.
real.
And my cousin,
Miskis too, I guess.
he had Super Nintendo. I mean, so we had both. My cousin lived with me, but like we had both.
Mm-hmm. And then that one weird kid had a TurboGrafx 16, like just sitting in, sitting in a closet, like, hey, what is that? I'm like, oh man, we
those little cards and boxes and
stuff.
My all time would be Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time.
Yo, man, Ninja Turtles. That still, man, that level, the damn level, man. Okay.
Yeah, I really like Streets of Rage too. Yeah, the soundtrack is crazy.
Yeah, it's bonkers. It's like, how did they fit all that sound in that one cartridge, you know? And it's like, I used to just listen to the soundtrack, go to the menu, and just beat. And I'm going to say this. I think that's the first time I ever mixed, because like I used to like play the song, and then I know what next song to do, and then I know how to hit it to where it sounds like it's one continuous song through the whole thing. And I just used to do that with that and Sonic, especially Sonic 3. That soundtrack was fire.
Michael Jackson.
Shout out to
Michael Jackson.
And at the time I didn't know, but we knew. We were like, man, why is this hitting so hard? And then like I found out years later, like, oh, he was uncredited, and I was like, that's why it hit
for
so
sure,
hard.
for sure. What'd you think of the new Streets of Rage?
The new one, man, I actually play that weekly because they do these online things.
And then I was gonna say they've supported it really good. Like they got DLC and stuff.
Yeah, and it's really, really good. And the DLC was like survival mode, so it's like how far you go. And I still can't beat level 30 because there's a achievement if you beat level 30. I got to 29, and it gets hard, super hard. And I'm like, man, I'm done. You know, I got to the point where I was just like, all right, I ain't gonna play no more. I'm just gonna do it tomorrow and the next day. So
right, I got you. Yeah, I played that one too, and what it did is it made me want to go back and play 2.
Yeah.
And when I did, I was like, wow, this holds up very well.
Yeah.
Like, cause you go back and play some games, and you're like, okay, this is not as good as I thought it would be, or as I remember.
Yeah.
Nostalgia gets in the way. But that one, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
This got a little something, especially with like doing the combinations.
Yeah.
At the time, that was like, it's like Street Fighter almost. Like you have a little bit of inputs, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure. Let me see.
Hey, what about you, Caleb?
Okay.
What about you? No, we got to jump in on you. What's your game you set up?
Bro, I didn't even gotta say it.
Yeah.
Sonic for sure.
Yeah.
Just Sonic, yeah. The first time I played it was actually at someone's house. I didn't even know them. I just saw the Genesis, and then I saw Sonic, and I just turned it on. Like, I don't know what came over me. I just turned it on. Yeah. And then it was actually Sonic 2.
Yeah.
And it has the little intro. Ding, ding. Yeah. And I just like, so ever since then, I've always loved Sonic. Like, I'm the biggest Sonic nerd in North Texas. There's just no question. No, but and then even with Smash, like I wouldn't play Smash if I wasn't really into Sonic, because Sonic is in the game. So yeah, definitely Sonic. Anything else that you like to add, Jason? I guess technically this is our first time doing this, but I guess technically you're our guest. We're just kind of all vibing, really. But anything else, Marcus, Jason? I don't have anything really.
You got something, Jason?
No, just if y'all see some games y'all want, let us know. Old school games, the new school games. That's what we're trying to do with the deep end.
Yep.
Trying to phase out our older games because, like, give them to Marcus, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you want to play old games, go to Marcus. You want to play new comes, come to us. Because the people here, the arcades here, they're not arcades. They're not game people. They're just people who inherited. Like,
my bad.
No, you good.
It's an empty case.
Like, the Fun Zone, they don't play arcades. Family Fun Zone. Chuck E. Cheese, they don't play arcades. They're just about the money. Chuck E. Cheese is basically a child casino. And same with...
I mean, he ain't wrong. Because I've heard someone say that before, and I'm like, dang, you so right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, and then up there, they don't care. Like, a lot of the games are broken. I understand you can't fix them. But you can either fix them, replace them, something. Y'all got like tons of money.
Yes.
get the new stuff, like Dallas has Dave and Buster's, and Dave and Buster's gets the newest of the new, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to, hey, Wichita Falls and surrounding areas, you've never seen this game, like Walking Dead. We're the only people that have Walking Dead within like a 200-mile radius.
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Come in, check out this game, and do it affordably. $5 all day. Like, we don't want to break the bank like Aladdin Castle used to do, $5 all day. Not everybody has tons of money to spend on games. But, come in at noon, leave at 9 hours of video games for $5.
For sure. And would you, again, I don't know, let me rephrase that. And would you also be interested in maybe having more Smash tournaments eventually?
Yep, that's the plan. We're trying to expand and do Smash, and we're trying to do the tournaments for the people who don't have tournaments, Nice. Like the Smash, Hastings did it, and then Hastings closed, and we're like, well, we do it now. So it was like, let's do some Smash. We do Mario Kart tournaments, and then
I was just about to say that I won't bring that back.
Yeah, and just to touch on Hastings a little bit, because like that's where
rest in peace.
I'm exactly for sure.
Hey man, what's up with
bro? I know it sucks, but anyways, that's where I originate from, being heavy into the Smash community, and Hastings was a big part actually, and y'all really did take that to the next level. Because if y'all wouldn't have been having those tournaments there, the Smash scene would have never grown to like it would be now. So we appreciate that. But even then, again, maybe you can build another community without even knowing.
That's what we're trying to do. I mean, like, we did a Mario Kart tournament, and then the strip club did a Mario Kart tournament.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man.
we do a comedy show, and now everybody's doing a comedy show. Like, we did metal, and then everybody does metal because they're like, oh, that works? Okay. They're like, let the deep ends test it. And then... let's write that down.
Yeah.
So,
hey, that just means you're doing something right, though. So.
Yeah. And we like to be like the home for people who don't have a home. Like we don't really feel comfortable there, and like a lot of people, I don't really feel comfortable at the bar. But like when you come to the deep end, you're not at the bar. You're like basically at a friend's house, because I guarantee at least 3 to 4 people there, and a lot of people don't like to go to places where they don't know somebody. So come to the deep end, hang out, and like, oh, there's 4 of my friends. And then you become friends with them. And then 4 more people because they're the same way. And then you get a whole group, and then like, it's not going to the bar, it's going to my friend's house.
For sure. And I definitely get that vibe. I particularly personally from you, like anytime I need anything, this man, Marcus even more so, but that's another story. Like y'all both are like right there, like the coolest people I know. So I appreciate y'all coming on, and especially Jason. Like I say, I guess Jason is the guest for the most part. We still figuring things out around here. But yeah, all right, Level Up Podcast, episode 1. Appreciate it, Jason.
Thanks.
Yeah, Jason.
Yeah.